Hey, what's going on guys? Krampus Saber here, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about how you can get good trades and how to trade in Roblox Assassin. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do when you're trading in this game is you're going to want to pull up this value list. Now, it's pretty easy to do so. All you have to do is go type in your browser Roblox Assassin value list. You hit enter. There's videos that come up. You can click on those. They usually have the link. For example, if you go to Zakoy's video, shout out to Zakoy, and you go to the description, there's the link to the value list there, and it'll pull you up to this page, which is the one I already have open. You can also, totally not going to show you my channel right now. You can go to my channel, you can click on any of my videos, and you can go show more, and I also link the value list in all of my videos here. And just check the description. Also, if you're in the Discord server, shout out to Sinister Waffle, Sour YouTube, and Bark A9 for joining the Discord. If you go here, I also have the value list linked. Just click this, it'll take you to the same page. So once you're at the value list, you can see all the values for all of the weapons, well, knives, pets in the game, and all the ones that are going to be added, for example, the new competitive prizes, etc. You can see even the ones that aren't tradable and are unobtainable and stuff like that. And you can even find out who owns the banhammers if you're really into that. But, I mean, that's just extra. So once you're here, if you're in a trade, let's say someone offers you a proton. We're gonna give you a scenario here. Let's say someone offers a proton for a Doombringer. Now you might think, well, they're the same value. It's 1 for 1. Well, there's a difference. There's the value, yes. So if you're into value trades, then yes, you can do that. It's fine. It's one value. Doesn't matter. They're tier 1 exotics. It's whatever. But if you want to eventually trade that away for something better, you need to think about the demand. Now these stars are what represent the demand. So value and demand. Now you might think, wait, can't I just do Doombringer for Proton? I mean, can't I just do what's it called? He offered me a Proton for Doombringer. Is that a good deal? Technically, if you're looking at it, yes, that's a good deal. Because Doombringer, you can get it 3 different ways. You can unbox it, you can craft it, or you can trade for it. Proton, you can only get it 2 ways, trading or crafting, you can't unbox it. Which is why it technically has a higher demand. Now, it doesn't show that here, but when you're actually trading for these weapons, these knives, it's better demand. It's not represented here, but you just need to know that mentally going in. You look to the side, you can see how you can get the things. For example, an Ice Lord, you can only trade or craft it. Someone offers a Doombringer for it, that's a bad offer. An equal offer would be Ice Lord for Proton. In fact, Ice Lord for Proton's actually better because Ice Lord you can use to craft, I think it's Ice Ancient or Friezendo or something like that. I just got a message. Maybe this could be an example, I don't know. I'm trading Elegant Blade. And I think, and this person DM'd me. I don't know what he's gonna offer. Not sure. Anyways, back to what I was saying. When you're looking at it, you gotta use demand, value, and these little things on the sides here to find out what's really good. For example, another example, Fury for a striker. Not only is that a win in value, but it's a win in demand, physical and not physical demand. For example, physical demand, I'm pretty sure Fury has 3 stars, and I think, what did I say? Striker has, okay, they both have 3 stars, but then you look over here, Striker, you can trade or craft it, but to get Fury, you have to get it from a heroic case, so it technically has a theoretical higher demand. You go into pack exotics, every one of these is pretty much going to be 3 or 2, except for Candy Blade because it has a really high demand. There's a reason behind that. It's because a lot of people like using it. Spring, okay. So now he offered. So he offered spring. Okay, what? Do I know you? I don't know. Does he know me? Okay, I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, when you're trading for a pack exotic, they have higher demand, or at least some of them have higher demand than tier 1s, and sometimes these even have higher demand than tier 2s. Okay, no, they don't. But, like, when you're trading, you need to take into account for the demand and the value, and this little tab over here, which is the how to obtain tab, because that can add into the theoretical value. Now, I'm going to tell you why I declined this offer. He offered a spring. Let me pull up my calculator. Okay, so he offered a spring, which is 40 plus 35 plus, I think that's 15 still. I'm not sure about that. And then bone, which is like, God, 7, I think. How much is bone? You see, this is why you gotta have the value list. I don't know which bone he was offering. I think it was bone size, so it was either 7 or 8, either way. Let's say it was 8. He was offering 98 for 75. However, Elegant Blade has higher demand. See here. Autumn Saber has 4 demand. Spring Saber has 5 demand. So Spring has the same demand as Elegant, but Elegant's a higher value. Plus, it can get more overpays. That's another thing you need to look out for. Let's say someone offers a Corrupt Axe for Skeleton King and like Skeleton King and a Neptune or something. I don't know. I mean, what I meant was Corrupted Axe and a Neptune for Sking. That's a good offer because Neptune on its own already has 3 value and it's 8, which will rise because it was like one of the first competitive prizes, I think. Not the first, but one of the first. And Sking, even though it's just now tier 4 and it's at 32, which it raised by 2. If you're looking at long term, it raised by 2, but it sat at 30 for pretty much 3 years. 3 years it sat at 30 value. Because back when people duped, this knife was duped a lot because it was really hard to get. And since then, the value, people don't really want Sking anymore, so the value just went down. It's never going to pass Autumn, which is weird because Sking is technically older, but that's not the point. That's one of the things you got to look out for. You need to use your knowledge of like demand, how to obtain it, what the value is, and what the history of the knife is, whether people overpay for it, whether people don't overpay for it, whether it kind of just stays the same. You got to look at long term and short term. For example, back when the Christmas update was around, Ultraviolet for a possessed axe, that was a bad trade, but if you were looking past just the Christmas update, I probably would have done that trade because I would have known that this is going down in value because there's so many and Possessed X can't be obtained anymore. So it was a good trade in theory. These have been like hyped. I think this is hyped. These have been unstable. My bad. For like a month. So I don't know if they're gonna drop or raise. They're probably gonna drop because I don't see Super Freeze being a higher value than Lucky Blade. Just saying. So yeah, those are the things you kind of got to look out for when you're trading. Legendaries, same thing. You look at the demand. People will offer for MLG more than just 4 tier 1 exotics. They'll offer like 5 or 6 or 7, just because the demand of these is higher and they can't be obtainable anymore. It's the same thing for favors. It's 4 tier 1 legendaries, but I've been offered a couple of exotics for mine. And favor is just gonna raise. It's the top of the tier 2s. So, you know, it'll raise eventually, so you gotta look at the long term, short term, how you obtained it, what the value is, and what the demand, physical and quote unquote imaginary demand is. Now, what I mean by imaginary, kind of what I said earlier, it's like what people will offer for it. If you go into the assassin trading, let me see if I can get an example. Looking for elegant, he just offered. I don't think I can get an example. There's not a lot of people active right now, but what I was gonna say is, what's it called? I'm thinking. What was I gonna say? Okay, oh, I figured out what I was talking about. I was talking about the imaginary versus real demand. I kind of forgot what I was saying, to be honest, but what I meant is imaginary demand is what someone will offer for it or what people are offering for it. Like, if you take flakes, for example, its physical demand is 3 stars with a value of 8 tier 1 exotics. Its imaginary demand is probably about 5 stars with a roughly 10 to 12 worth of exotics. Now the reason for this is because people either don't trade it or they want overpays for it. So its imaginary demand and imaginary value goes up, and that's why you won't find an equal trade for flakes. You won't find 8 exotic value for flakes. People will always ask for you to overpay by more. That goes for pretty much everything. The only different ones I can think of are going to be the Mythics and the Dream Knives. Mythics and Dreams just usually have lower demand than exotics. The reason for that is people think exotics are cooler. I kind of agree. I say the tier 4 than the tier 3s are cooler, especially since you get more tier 3, or especially since there's more pack exotics. Like, a lot of people don't want these. They don't want this stuff. They don't want the mythics or the dreams, which is why if you take Neon Ancient, what people consider this to be the best of the 3 that craft of the 3 that craft Dreamwalker, people consider Neon Ancient to be the best. I agree. It's just cooler looking. Its demand is 2 and its value is 11, but its imaginary demand is 1 star. Its real demand is probably about 9. Like a PX, a possessed axe, for a Neon Ancient is a good deal. If either way you look at it, like if you have the Neon Ancient and someone offers PX, you take that trade because long term this isn't going to raise and its demand is just going to keep going down while PX is going to raise. Not to mention its physical and imaginary demand is way higher than Neon Ancient. So yeah, these are kind of just tips of how to trade. I'm going to make another video soon of just me trading, looking for trades kind of thing. Right now I'm looking for Krampus, Holiday Saber, and Autumn Saber for my Elegant. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that, but that's just one of the things you got to look at. You got to look at its future demand. Elegant's going to raise definitely to, I'd say 100 by the end of the year. It's kind of optimistic, but you never know. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I know I kind of rambled through it, but it's whatever. Link to the value list is in the description, along with the Discord. Check out my previous video. I will leave a link to it in the comment section below. Not my previous, but the previous where I announced the giveaway. I'm giving away an exotic once we hit 50 subscribers, so definitely look out for that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You should subscribe. 20 more subscribers before I give away the exotic. So yeah, once we hit 50. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.